What is up, everybody? We are back, episode 8 of the Sportsport. I'm your host, PJ, along with JPO. We don't have Tam today, unfortunately, but he will be back for sure on Monday. And now we're going to have a little bit of a treat for you guys today. We have Mike Theophil, our super producer, on camera again for his second appearance.
Hello.
Look at that mug.
Mike, how are you doing today?
Guys, I'm doing good. I hope you're all doing good out there in Cybertron space world. But today, I actually wanted to start this off. We did something really cool last night. JPO hasn't seen it. He's heard about it. I couldn't hold my feelings back last night in our group text, so I had to share with the boys, but I'm going to play it right now.
Who have done. Like the fact that you talk to this person in an interview setting is something you'll tell your kids about. On this show? In any setting. Could have been for print.
I make
could
fun
have
of myself
been
here.
Radio. Could have been during a Yankee game. I know you really hold that Eminem and interview you did dearly.
So I put the sprinkles, the sparkles.
Yes,
You know,
he has to touch it
I'm
up,
going to talk about with my kids, Mike from Fairfield. You know, Mike from Fairfield. Oh, what a day it was! I remember it like it was today.
Michael K. Yes, you will. First of all,
What's up,
Peter,
Mike?
what's going on,
Mike.
guys? Peter, you are awesome, bro.
Mike.
I love.
Mike.
Oh my God. No. Hello. I'm here.
Oh, where were you, Mike?
Sorry,
Mike.
I was muted. I didn't listen. I was gonna say this is gonna be your greatest interview, Peter. You're the man, dude. Ebro in Morning is awesome. I'm so happy you're on this show. Don, Michael, OGs. You guys make radio fun. Actually, 8 years ago, I started listening to you guys, and you guys are one of the reasons I got into sports media. So shout out to you guys.
Really?
Yeah,
You have a good voice.
yeah.
And how's it going? What are you doing in sports? And what are you doing in sports media?
So I actually was a freelance camera operator for ESPN for a little bit before COVID.
Okay.
And then when COVID hit, I actually just said, let me go all in and make my own media company. And we're called Downtime TV. We're located in Bridgeport, actually. Bridgeport, Connecticut. Shout out.
Let's go.
But we did it. What I was going to say, though, is, guys, Mike Tyson, all I have to say is watch Hot Boxing with Mike Tyson. Episode 1. It's going to be clear now. They got a great show, and you'll really get a really deep and.
Where is that show?
It's on YouTube. It's on YouTube. It's on Spotify. It's on Apple Podcasts. I mean, Ed Britton, the co-host, he's awesome. Mike's great. People get confused with Mike because, you know, he's got like a speech impediment or whatever, and he talks kind of funny. But I'm telling you, that guy is so smart, so knowledgeable, and he's got a lot of wisdom in him, and he will destroy. He's gonna win this fight, and then I'm telling you, I have a theory that he will try to be the oldest heavyweight boxing champion. That's just my theory.
Well, see, that's what gets me, Mike, and we
just fucking 40-yard dash down the hallway at the no-end, dude.
That's awesome.
Even Sharon texted us like, what happened that you're running down the hallway and jumping up and down and screaming? And he's like, did you just sign a new client or something? I was like, you have no idea.
The Michael K Show.
Yeah, so
that is awesome.
That's epic.
We're only trying to make connections here on Downtime.
Yep.
Having a guy like Michael K kind of talk to Mike is something that every man dreams of, you know?
Mel Kiper Jr. literally said, who's the person that you've interviewed that you'll tell your children about? And he's like, I don't know. He's like, I'll tell my children about Mike from Fairfield. And then that's how I got on. And then that's what that was.
That's fantastic.
Isn't that
That's so cool.
That is amazing. And like for today's episode, I mean, we're going to kind of go a little bit unconditional in the sense of, you know, some
Unscripted.
Sports are kind of wrapping up. We only have really the NFL kind of going on.
Yep.
We have some new segments that we've talked about in episodes prior in the sense of, you know, we have a lot of esports, you know, memorabilia, which I see JPO brought some cards into the set today, in which we're going to kind of break down those segments, kind of give a little bit of a teaser for the viewers and get things going. So JPO, we're going to start with your whole collectible memorabilia side of things in the sense of how'd you get into that?
Well,
go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Well, I started like a lot of people did back when I was a kid. Originally, you know, collecting with my dad, getting opening tons and tons of boxes of cards, putting sets together, collecting my favorite players, jumping from sport to sport as you get older. So I had a wide variety of different sports and different cards and sets. Then you lost interest, as you got a little older. Other things took priority in your life. And then it just, I was watching, obviously, like a lot of people this year, I was watching Gary Vee and he started talking about sports cards. I was like, wow, okay, so you can actually make money with sports cards again.
It's making a comeback.
I was like, wow. And then it hit perfectly for me with COVID happening and having a lot of downtime TV.
Downtime TV.
And so I just went all in, started first of all, I did a lot of research.
Right.
And figured out what players I wanted to invest in.
Sorry to cut you off. I think something's going on.
Uh-oh.
I think something's going on.
I think we might have something.
I think we have a caller. Is someone on the line right now?
Caller?
We have a caller? Hello?
Hello, someone is on the line.
Oh, Christopher Media. How are you? Welcome to
going?
welcome to the Sports Port.
How's it going? Thanks for having me on, guys.
Hey, always a pleasure, man. So we're kind of just talking about the whole memorabilia collectible segment that we're kind of trying to implement on the show. We have our other talent in JPO here who has a bunch of cards with him. I know you're a collectible guy yourself / memorabilia, so we kind of just wanted to pick your ear about kind of how you got into it. But first off, introduce yourself, kind of let the viewers know who you are, and we'll get things going.
Yeah, so my name's Chris Mediat. I'm from New York, Lex Close Boys with CJ. And yeah, from an early age, I was always really into sports, and memorabilia was kind of like a cool connection. Getting an autograph from a player was always something I was really looking for when I went to games and everything, looking to maybe like get a foul ball or something. And it kind of just progressed as I, got a little older. I got more into it, and I was looking, at players who I knew I probably would never meet. And, if I really wanted to have something signed by them, I'd probably have to be getting it online or looking around. And that kind of just progressed. And recently, actually, I've really started picking up and getting into the card industry.
There you go.
I've seen all these really, really crazy stories of like, I saw this guy bought a Mike Trout card for $400,000 and then sold it a year later for $4 million.
Yep.
The story about the Mickey Mantle rookie card going for millions as well.
The LeBron RPA.
Yeah, I mean, and there's so many. That's the crazy part. Like a lot of people talk about the Jordan rookie being the holy grail, and I guess a lot of it depends on grade, but there are some Jordan rookies that sold for $100,000, close to that as well. Like, so the money is just astronomical. And when you really think about it, the Jordan rookie, that was, if you were to pick up a pack back in 1986 when that was actually released by Fleer, I mean, you'd be paying almost nothing, and
it was like $1 or $2 a pack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
it's crazy. And they made a lot of them too. I mean, that card's not that rare. I mean, it's rare.
Yeah.
It's rare in a PSA 10 or a 9 even, but it's not that rare of a card. It's a base card. So
yeah, base card, exactly.
For the viewers out there, guys, what are base cards?
Base cards are just your regular, typical card that you get in that set. There's no short print of it. It's a mass-produced version of that card.
Awesome.
So,
Right.
But anyway, yeah, man. So I just got back into it. We were just talking about that before you called in. That I just got back into it this year. Probably same as you, for a lot of different reasons. I see the positive to collecting cards again and investing in cards. So
I feel like it's fun. If you guys could tell me if I'm wrong or right. I feel like it's fun, and there is that little adrenaline rush of the money aspect of it. You know what I mean? When it's going up, when it's going down, when should I sell? When should I buy?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's cool. It's the hunt of the card. It's the collecting of that specific player that you're wanting to invest in.
Right.
And I like to collect raw cards, which raw cards are just like fresh out of the pack, and then get them graded. So it's a long process, especially now. And but that's what I like to do.
Right. And just so you know, our caller, we have some cards here that JPO is going to talk about if you guys want to just go back and forth and kind of discuss them together.
So are
awesome.
you investing in modern cards right now, like players that are actually playing the game?
Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty much all modern.
Gotcha. So I have some. I've been picking up some choice cards right now. I got a Kobe White. Right now we're looking at a Kobe White Panini Prism, just a base card, but I picked up a PSA 9 at pretty much probably close to the raw cost of the card. So, and I think that's a good pickup because I like Kobe White, especially now that they got the new coach in place, Billy Donovan, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, sir.
So,
a nice young coach to go with that nice young team.
yeah. So what are your thoughts on Kobe White, man? Are you collecting them?
Honestly, I haven't collected any Kobe White, but I'm really high on the Prisms,
Yep.
Panini Prisms. I think they're super aesthetically pleasing cards. They're nice to look at, cool design, but and highly collectible. I think there's something that's definitely in high demand. People are always looking for them, and they tend to be some of the cards that I see online. That are accessible. There are a good amount of them,
Yep.
but there is upside to them. They're by no means. They're still worth a good amount of money, and then in the future as well.
Yeah, I like the debate on the top 3 card sets right now, which you have your Prism, which is in a hobby and a retail product, which a lot of people think that makes it very overproduced, but it is the most sought after set because it is the most popular set right now. They're all owned by the same company, Panini, which I'm just telling our viewers. I know you know this, man. But and then you have Select, and then you have Optic, and those are the top 3 sets that people are collecting right now. And yes, to collect a Prism card, that's very wise to do. I've heard that people are really getting into Select right now because it is a hobby-only product, and the print runs are a lot lower than a Prism. What are your thoughts on that, man?
Sorry, can you say that again? I think it cut out a little bit.
I said that people are really starting to invest more money into Select, the set Select as a product right now because it's hobby only and it's a shorter print run. Because right now you're seeing PSA getting slammed with people sending in cards to get graded, and Prism is the most it's probably one of the most produced sets right now because it is most sought after, and you're getting a huge pop report on PSA right now for these cards.
Yeah, I mean, I was actually looking at Select recently. I was actually looking at 2013 Select Hobby Box for baseball there.
Nice.
A couple big Trout cards in there, Yelich rookie cards. But the one thing I noticed with Select, actually, I've noticed a lot of really high-priced, raw-graded cards, which I thought was really interesting, and not like rookie cards or anything. I was looking at a 2012 Select LeBron, which I believe was the first year Select started making basketballs. Basketball.
12.
12. Yeah, and I saw the raw card going for $60, $80 in some cases, which I thought was very high. But I was pretty shocked to see that. Considering it wasn't really a rookie, it wasn't.
Yeah.
He's been in the league for over 10 years. But in regards to hobby box versus retail box, I think one of the things that I look for, especially I've only gotten one hobby box and then a couple other retail boxes, and I could be wrong on this. Definitely jump in, but I've noticed that in the hobby boxes you're guaranteed more autographs, and I think that's where the hot sell is there.
Yeah,
I think a lot of people look at card collecting and they say, wow, this one person has a $250,000 card, but where did they get that card?
Yeah, you're not getting out of a retail box very easily. You might be able to hit that, but yeah, hobby boxes are designed. They cost more money, obviously, as you know, but they're more what we call in the industry hits in the box. So you're going to get a guaranteed auto. You're going to get the more rare variants of the base card. All the different silvers and orange ice and pink ice and all that stuff in the Prism product. And I think it's What's crazy to me is that to hear you say that you picked up a 2013 Select box of baseball cards, it means that the hobby has grown so much because, as you know, that Panini does not own the rights to the baseball team's logos. So all of the cards in that set, all they can say is the player's name. They can't even have the team name on the card.
Really?
Yeah, and they still don't.
I never knew that.
So they don't.
And on the jersey.
Yeah, so Panini only
Not
owns.
on the jersey.
Right, exactly. So you're getting a lot of like their back turned toward the camera type of shots on these cards. And it's funny because, so you brought up the point of why is a 2012 LeBron James card in a Prism or a Select going for so much in a base card. It's because people in the hobby not everybody can afford the real rookie card. And they all are actually seeing that Prism is the set to have right now. And that was the first year that set. So it's kind of like a LeBron Prism rookie card or a LeBron Select rookie card. And even this year, which is even crazier and shows you how big the market is, people are buying and paying a premium for LeBron James Prism 2019 Prism because it's the first year that he's in a Lakers uni. So now it's a rookie uni card in a Prism.
Wow.
So people are really getting creative and seeing value in such a wide variety of cards. So I'm gonna keep it moving right now, and I want to talk about the rookie of the year this year. And who I'm really high on right now is Ja Morant, and I've been high on him since March, and I've been trying to pick up as much of his cards at the best value as possible, buying a lot of raw cards. I have tons of his cards at PSA right now. But I did, now that we're in the off season, the market does drop down quite a bit. So I've been trying to pick up some like PSA 9s of his Prism for about a raw card price and trying to capitalize on that and looking at the pop reports and some other sets. So I got like a PSA 9 and a Prism, and I picked up this bad boy right here, which I don't know how you feel about the lower end sets, like a Hoops set, but this right here is a 2019
That looks sexy.
Panini Hoops, but the winter variant of the rookie card, which
And today it's snowing here in Bridgeport, Connecticut. This looks like Jaws in Bridgeport.
Ja is in the house right now. But man, have you picked up any Hoops cards, or are you sticking to the higher end sets?
I haven't picked up any Hoops cards, but I've actually seen some older Hoops cards, like some Michael Jordan Hoops cards.
Yep.
But I'm actually not too familiar with some of the more current ones.
Right.
But it's funny you mentioned Ja Morant, because I was actually a couple months ago. I was like, I need to get into some Ja Morant stuff. I need to get some Ja Morant cards.
Yeah, you do.
And I was noticing, and I was going back and forth between, do I buy graded, do I buy ungraded? And I think the real dilemma there is, if I'm going to buy a graded card at a 9, I already know what the grade is on it. But if I'm going to go and buy a raw card, it could possibly come back a 10, which would make it a lot more valuable than the 9, or maybe not a lot more valuable, but definitely more valuable than the 9.
Definitely way more valuable. A 10 is definitely more valuable. We figured it out. I follow a lot of YouTube channels, and Sports Card Investor is one of them, and he has figured out a lot about the hobby, and he shows his numbers show that a PSA 10 usually goes for 4 times the amount of a PSA 9.
Wow.
Yeah. So so that's why I'm saying if you could get a PSA 9 for a raw card price, especially in a player that you feel is going to really increase in value as soon as the season starts up, I'm like, you got to buy as many as you can right now.
Right. It's almost like a safe bet.
Yeah, because I mean, if we're talking about the hottest card in the hobby right now, what do you think is in front of me right now? The hottest card in the hobby.
Mead, we've had this discussion before.
Yeah.
You know the player we're talking about, and in the sense of just think about the whole idea of jersey sales.
No more hints.
I'm gonna take a guess and say Luka Doncic.
That's it. And what card?
Ooh.
Anyway, the Prism base. It's the Prism base. I got a Prism base PSA 9. I bought a few months ago, and I paid $220 for it at that time. which I thought was fantastic value even at that point. And and a month later, it went up to around $800 for this one card.
Wow.
And now it's back down in the offseason to about $450, $475, I believe.
We know what's going to happen.
But as soon as this season starts going, man, this card is going to shoot up again. And this isn't a PSA 9. So just to give you guys, just to give you guys like an idea of how much
school the young boys,
how much this market has increased. This card in a PSA 9, probably at the beginning of this year, was probably about $90 to $100, I believe.
Jesus.
Yeah, you could be buying last year if you were buying Luka rookie cards, Prism rookie cards. People were paying $10, $11 for them.
Oh my.
Yeah.
I watch.
Look at PJ's face.
I watch these
Look at
videos. I watch these videos on YouTube, and I hear these guys like, "Yeah, this Luka Doncic optic rookie card. I picked this up for like $15.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at them; they're like $150 raw.
Easy.
At like very low.
All day. I was buying them at $50 a pop back in March. The optic rookies, I got a bunch of them at PSA. Now you can't find them for under $150, $200 for a raw version of the card. So when they come back at PSA 10, you're hoping for a 10, obviously, but you could get a 9, and you're still paying $400 for that 9 right now. So you think about where else on this earth can you make a $50 investment, and then 6 months later you're getting $450 back in your pocket. I mean, really, that's
crazy.
five extra money.
That whole thing works kind of in the sense of pricing and everything.
Maybe more.
It's insane.
8X. Yeah. Anyway, so
what else we got here?
So what else? So we're gonna talk about the other guy from last year's draft that everybody's going crazy about, and that's Trae Young. All of my cards of his are at PSA. All I have left right now is the Hoops Winter Edition. I like these Winter Editions.
Me too.
Because they're a shorter print than the regular Hoops base card. So I don't know. Are you investing in Trae Young? Is that one of your guys?
Trae Young, I was actually looking at Trae Young a couple months ago. I was keeping an eye on some.
Looks like you have to be listening to our show a lot more and get some tidbits from JPO to start investing properly.
Yeah.
I don't know. Let's do it.
I saw some like.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I saw some Trae Young cards like the Optic Shock. The optic rookies, and I was looking at them, and I was looking at the PSA, and now I kick myself because I really should have bought them. They were graded 9s that I believe, if I remember correctly, I had like $27 or $28 offers up for one.
Yeah,
and now those are way up to probably last time I checked, I think it was like 50 or 60.
Yeah,
for a 9.
For a 9 for an optic 9.
Yeah, if I remember correctly.
Wow. So my advice to you, if you're going to buy an optic Trae Young card from last year, stay away from, unless it's graded, stay away from any raw optic shocks, because last year there was a big problem with the print lines that are on the cards, and those are not going to get you any 10s. They're a very hard card to grade. And these are just things and tips you learn from really doing your research in the hobby, which I suggest everybody does, and I know you are too. But
by watching Downtime TV.
By watching Downtime TV? Man.
Yeah.
On that point, one thing I've heard about the select cards, and I haven't had any experience with this because I've never submitted them to PSA, but I've heard that it's difficult for them to get a 10 because they're like, it's almost like a glass card.
Yeah.
Essentially, where it's chrome, so any little scratches will show up and will kind of eliminate your chances of getting a 10.
Yeah.
Is that a problem that you run into also with optics? Because it is some of those.
Yeah, this year's optic and last year's optic are super hard to grade because of the surface issues with the cards, especially with like I said, the shocks. So what I bought, and my friend suggested that has been in the hobby for quite a few years already. He had me pick up a jeweler's loop. So I'm in there 40x on these cards, zoomed in, looking at the corners, making sure they're sharp before I'm sending them off to get graded and stuff. I'm looking at the surface. There's tricks. You hold it up to the light so you could see the glass surface of the card to see if there's any little dings. And like if there's the smallest ding, I'm putting it aside, man, and I'm holding it and keeping it raw. and selling it that way.
Yeah, JPO's whole house now, when you walk into his crib, it's just all boxes of cards. Like his couch is cards. His now.
I wish. That would be cool.
Man.
I wish I had this whole room. Yeah. My fiance is crazy about this. No.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, she
like,
loves it too?
No.
Oh, she's like,
No, she supports it for
Yeah.
sure, but Molly's like...
like any.
So when he's
any
selling
girl-
these cards, John,
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
like, I'm waiting on PSA to come
Yeah.
back. You know, it's been like 6 months. She's like, when is PSA sending your cards back, bro?
I know, yeah. It's like you don't get it. It's like it takes time. And it took time, I'm sure, before even.
Yeah, but
Right?
now it's ridiculous. There's like they said they have about 2 million cards at PSA waiting to be graded right
Jesus.
now. And that's how fast this thing. They've hired 4 times the amount of people since May. At
To work
PSA
at the.
to
Oh,
work.
wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
And they're still behind.
the hobby's not going anywhere.
No.
More important people are getting into it
Yeah.
and promoting it. So yeah, man. So moving along.
Yeah.
I know that.
No, we're good.
Let me
This-
do it, Tom.
We're good. We're good. We're good. Keep going.
Anyway,
Conversation's flowing.
I got a couple choice guys that I've been investing in. Darren Fox, I think, is a great pickup. I also think that Bam Adebayo rookie card is a hot pick still, and his rookie year was 2017. I also have our boy Bull
Yes.
in the house.
Mike, that just lit up a smile on Mike's face for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
For many different reasons, I'm investing highly in this guy, and I know a lot of people are hot on him since his bubble performance.
But we've been hot before.
Yeah, we've been hot before the bubble.
Yeah.
And that's what you want to do in this hobby is try to get hot before the bubble happens. And also RJ Barrett, I'm not that hot on, but I do have some of his cards
Yeah.
because of the coaching switch.
Yep.
And my boy Mike is telling me that don't sleep on him too much.
No.
So I'm not sleeping on him that much. And then to finish it off is a guy I'm really high on right now is Keldon Johnson. And the Keldon Johnson card I have in front of the camera right now is actually the highest select product that you can get. It's a courtside. So
Oh, wow.
so Select has 3 different tiers of card. So you have your concourse card, which is your base card, and then you have your Premier, and then you have your courtside, and they're all in the same set. But courtside is the most sought after. It's the most short printed card. There's not that many out there. If you look at the pop reports, you're looking at 1,000 compared to 100,000 of this card.
And why are you so high on a guy like Keldon Johnson and not so high on a Trae Young, for example?
Well, I mean, I'm high on both of them, but
why Keldon more?
Well, there's more. I feel there's more value on Keldon Johnson because people have seen 2 years of Trae Young playing in the NBA, and people have seen, I think, 24 games of Keldon Johnson playing in the NBA right now, and he has so much potential. He played most of his rookie year in the G League, which I think is a great developmental program.
They've really improved.
Yeah, and I think the coaching is phenomenal on the Spurs. They know how to draft. They know how to
Coach.
get the young players prepared and
Grow.
in a great spot. I think his work ethic is phenomenal in Keldon Johnson. He played for a great college in Kentucky, which if you look at their track record of draft picks, they're always high in the league.
Stay in the league.
Yeah. So that's who I got, man. Give me your top 3 guys you're looking at / collecting right now to just wrap this thing up.
Yep.
Yeah, so one guy I'm really high on right now, Fernando Tatis Jr. Guy's a stud. I think that he's going to be around for a long time.
Yeah.
And also there are such a wide range of Tatis Jr. cards to collect. Like one of the things that I've actually really enjoyed is collecting just base cards of him. Just a couple top heritage, top living.
Tons of value there right now in the hobby.
Yeah.
Base cards have a lot of value because people don't know about all the variants. People new in the hobby know about a base card and maybe a silver of that card or a chrome or whatever you want to call it, and that's what they're looking for online. So go on. Sorry.
Right. Yeah. No. Tatis Jr. A lot of cards there available that I've been looking at, placing bids here and there. Another guy that I've been pretty hot on is Acuna, Ronald Acuna Jr.
Absolutely.
So from base cards to even like some second year cards, I've noticed in some of my research getting into the hobby, second year cards are essentially, just
The poor man's rookie card.
yeah.
Yeah.
You both said it.
Yeah.
So there's a ton of value there. I've seen some Jordan second year cards going for a lot of money.
Yeah.
So one thing that I've tried to do is also to not only get some rookies, but also some second years just for down the line.
Yep.
I didn't cover this before, but Luka Doncic, that was one. I bought a couple just based on risk, second years of Luka, a couple optics of Luka second year.
Yep. I got a ton of those too. I went out and I bought a bunch of. This is probably back in May. I bought a bunch of his second year Prism card for I was getting them for $8 to $10 a piece, and I ended up selling probably about 6 of them. I bought probably 25 of them, and I sold about 6 of them back in August for $60 a piece. So I 6x my money on just 6 of them. Paid for all of them that I bought. So anyway,
yeah, those cards are really hot right now. The second year selects, I've seen a ton of them for sale.
Yeah,
I actually really want to get the select rookie.
Yeah, that's
Luka,
a nice looking card.
Concourse one.
Yeah, it's a great looking card.
Beautiful card. They're kind of steep right now. I think they're hovering just under 300.
Yeah,
but
yeah, the hobby is getting smarter so fast right now. It's hard to stay ahead of the curve and figure out where the market's going. But yeah, man, because if people are investing money in a second year Jordan card, and people look at it this way: if you're investing money in a second year Jordan card and you're expecting Luka Doncic to be a generational talent such as a Jordan or a LeBron or whoever else, then those prices are already factored in. So you're buying the market right now at those prices already. People are already thinking of his whole career and looking at the end of his career, and that's the price you're paying. It's nuts.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway.
Appreciate you joining us, man.
Hey, Mead, always a pleasure talking to you, brother.
Yeah, this was great. Let's do it again.
We're definitely going to have you on.
100%.
We want to have you in the studio. That conversation was absolutely phenomenal. I know you're a big memorabilia guy. JPO himself, as you can hear, is very highly regarded in this field, I guess, in a way where he knows a shit ton of stuff about all this stuff. So we definitely need to get you into the studio.
It's okay to take
and we'll have a longer segment
go.
for you so that we can kind of break this down even more.
Oh, for sure, boys. Thank you so much for having me on.
No worries, brother.
Hey, it was a
talk to you
pleasure.
soon.
Thanks, brother. It was a pleasure.
That was awesome.
That was amazing. That was absolutely unreal.
Yeah, like that?
Because I mean, hey, I didn't really say much in that segment, but I was just soaking all that in. Yeah. I don't really know too much about what goes on
and
with
that's the beauty.
Card collectibles and everything. So I was kind of just I was a fanboy right there.
Me too.
I was just sitting here, just listening, kind of learning about what it is that goes into collecting these cards and all these forms of memorabilia. But with that being said, that kind of wraps up our episode 8 for the Sports Port.
Hey-yo.
We will see you guys on Monday, and please like, subscribe, comment, do whatever it is you guys got to do. We are going to be back here on Monday for episode 9. We have a ton of segments and information regarding sports coming your way.
Yes,
so please continue to tune in, and we'll see you guys on Monday. Peace.
See you.
Let's get down to business. Back and forth, back and forth.